Hey guys, today we're make Hey guys, today we're gonna make a quick demo that's gonna show the angle of a flower changing over time. So let's start with a little background. I think this flower could be cute. My idea for it is that we're gonna have a bee that pollinates the flower, and as it pollinates it, you can see the angle change. It'll make sense once you see it. So let's go to the Create menu, insert SVG, and we can insert this custom image I created. The graphics library is full of images. This could also be done via just the ones here, but I wanted to have my own little white petal. And you can insert any image you'd like as long as it's an SVG. They'll all upload totally fine. Let's center it at 0, 0. Right now, if I hit play, it doesn't do anything. So let's add a quick label up top. We'll make it real big. And this is going to show the current angle we're at. And that I think is going to, add that learning component to this. So in code, every single frame, we want to update the text of it. Text should be equal to, we have these functions that turn numbers into strings, so words. And by putting 0 in the precision, I can make that into an integer. Say property, SVG, which is the name of our flower at the moment, rotation. And then for clarity's sake, let me also add a degree symbol. To add more to your string, you can just do a plus symbol and keep adding. And now 0 degrees, which is perfect. Right now, the angle is simply 0, so it doesn't really matter that it's displaying the way it is. But further down the road, because of the way our canvas is set up, I'm actually going to want to change this to be times -1, so that we're displaying its opposite. And then I'm also going to say mod 360, and that's going to prevent the angle from just getting massive over time. That's not super helpful. Now to rotate this flower, let's add in the bee that'll pollinate it. And I want to make that draggable. Now in the flowers code, if they're intersecting, so we'll add an if block, common function is intersecting bee, and let's rotate it. So pretty simple. Again, like last time with the text box, I want to multiply that rotation by -1. So like here we'll say -1 instead of +1. That's just going to get it going in the counterclockwise direction. So as you can see, it's updating nicely. But even when it's not intersecting, it still rotates. And that's because the is intersecting method just uses that rectangular square around the flower that you're seeing, as opposed to like calculating if it's inside of the circle, because it doesn't know it's a circle. So our final step is just going to be to do that calculation ourselves, which is a pretty simple one. We'll start with distance. And what I want to do is calculate the distance between the bee and the center of the flower. And then as long as that's less than the radius of the flower, we're intersecting, we can spin, and it should work fine. We have this whole list of math functions here. I'm going to say square root of, and because the bee is wherever on the screen and the flower is dead center, we don't actually have to do any subtraction, given the flower is always at 0, 0. So we can fully just say the bee's x position squared plus its y position squared. Let's add that. All of that inside of a square root will get us our distance from the center. And now we can use a comparison to check that distance against the radius. And we could go look at the radius of the flower and just do that manually, but I think it's best practice to try and have your values be as dynamic as possible. So if I want to change the flower's width, this will still work fine because width divided by 2 will always be the radius. So let's give that a go. And it's working beautifully. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put the download for that custom flower SVG in the description if you want to try making this yourself. And yeah, have fun. Happy creating.